Okay, my dear, again. The title of this story is The Emperor Silent Army. The Emperor Silent Army. We have here a movie that give us a hint or give us a glimpse, I mean a brief look, okay, for the story. So we are going to watch together to take an idea about the story, then I start to explain the story at all, okay? You agree with me? I only one. Yes, Mr. Muhammad, you agree with me? Okay, Muhammad Amr.
Yes, Mr.
Okay,
What?
just listen and please don't interrupt me during listening for this video. Now we'll open the video for you to be able to watch.
I will not talk. Just don't.
Yes, just listen only, please, okay? Let me share the sound for you. Sorry. The sound and the video itself. Be ready to watch, please. All of you, can you watch it now?
Yes.
Okay, now I play the video.
What happens after death? Is there a restful paradise? An eternal torment? A rebirth? Or maybe just nothingness? Well, one Chinese emperor thought that whatever the hereafter was, he'd better bring an army. We know that because in 1974, farmers digging a well near their small village stumbled upon one of the most important finds in archaeological history: vast underground chambers surrounding that emperor's tomb and containing more than 8,000 life-size clay soldiers ready for battle. The story of the subterranean army begins with Ying Zheng, who came to power as the king of the Qing state at the age of 13.
Yes, Mohammed. Yes, my dear.
Can you replay the best 10 seconds because you lag?
Okay, my dear. Okay. Just wait for me. Okay.
Mister, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Well, now can you hear me? Okay. I play the video again from this part. Okay, can you hear me well, my dear students?
Okay, Mister.
Yes, I play the sound in the video again.
See that? No.
What happens after death? Is there a restful paradise? An eternal torment? A rebirth? Or maybe just nothingness? Well, one Chinese emperor thought that whatever the hereafter was, he'd better bring an army. We know that because in 1974, farmers digging a well near their small village stumbled upon one of the most important finds in archaeological history: vast underground chambers surrounding that emperor's tomb and containing more than 8,000 life-size clay soldiers ready for battle. The story of the subterranean army begins with Ying Zheng, who came to power as the king of the Qing state at the age of 13 in 246 BCE. Ambitious and ruthless, he would go on to become Qing Shi Huangdi, the first emperor of China, after uniting its 7 warring kingdoms.
So, the story also is talking about Chen Huang, the first emperor of China, the first emperor of China.
His 36-year reign saw many historic accomplishments, including a universal system of weights and measures, a single standardized writing script for all of China, and a defensive barrier that would later come to be known as the Great Wall. But perhaps Qin Shi Huang dedicated so much effort to securing his historical legacy because he was obsessed with his mortality. He spent his last years desperately employing alchemists and deploying expeditions in search of elixirs of life that would help him achieve immortality. And as early as the first year of his reign, he began the construction of a massive underground necropolis filled with monuments, artifacts, and an army to accompany him into the next world and continue his rule. This magnificent army is still standing in precise battle formation and is split across several pits. One contains a main force of 6,000 soldiers, each weighing several hundred pounds. A second has more than 130 war chariots and over 600 horses. And a third houses the high command. An empty fourth pit suggests that the grand project could not be finished before the emperor's death. In addition, nearby chambers contain figures of musicians and acrobats, workers and government officials, and various exotic animals, indicating that Emperor Qin had more plans for the afterlife than simply waging war. All the figurines are sculpted from terracotta, or baked earth, a type of reddish-brown clay. To construct them, multiple workshops and reportedly over 720,000 laborers were commandeered by the emperor, including groups of artisans who molded each body part separately to construct statues as individual as the real warriors in the emperor's army. They stand according to rank and feature different weapons and uniforms, distinct hairstyles and expressions, and even unique ears. Originally, each warrior was painted in bright colors, but their exposure to air caused the paint to dry and flake, leaving only the terracotta base. It is for this very reason that another chamber less than a mile away has not been excavated. This is the actual tomb of Qin Shi Huangdi, reported to contain palaces, precious stones and artifacts, and even rivers of mercury flowing through mountains of bronze. But until a way can be found to expose it without damaging the treasures inside, the tomb remains sealed. Emperor Qin was not alone in wanting company for his final destination. Ancient Egyptian tombs contain clay models representing the ideal afterlife. The dead of Japan's Kofun period were buried with sculptures of horses and houses, and the graves of the Jana Island off the Mexican coast are full of ceramic figurines. Fortunately, as ruthless as he was, Emperor Qin chose to have servants and soldiers built for this purpose, rather than sacrificing living ones to accompany him, as had been practiced in Egypt, West Africa, Anatolia, parts of North America, and even China during the previous Shang and Zhou dynasties. And today, people travel from all over the world to see these stoic soldiers, silently awaiting their battle orders for centuries to come.
And now let me talk about what the story is talking about. In this story, we have four sections. The first section that we have is a strange discovery. Then we are going to talk about the quest for the immortality. Then period soldiers, and the last section that we have the faces of ancient China, how they were built. You mean here the terracotta, okay? So I open the mic for a moment, okay? I stop sharing the video, so I share with you now the text book. Today we are going to explain the first section of the story.
This is realistic fiction, historical fiction.
This one is expository text. Expository text. Explain what certain things are and how they came to be. Okay?
Like it's
We are going to listen. We are going to listen this together, Muhammad.
Jane O'Connor, The Emperor's Silent Army. Genre: expository texts explain what certain things are and how they came to be. As you read, notice how the author explains this hidden army.
So the first question that I'd like to ask about, what is the genre of the story? Yes, Wahi, I open the mic for you. Wahi, yes?
Yes.
What is
Yes,
genre of the story? Huh?
Expository text.
Expository.
Explain what certain.
Yes, expository text. Yes.
Explain what certain things are, who are, and how they came to be.
Yes, well done. That's enough. That's enough to say me.
Can I start question?
Okay. Yes, my dear. Yes.
There's no characters in this story.
The main character that the story is talking about is the first emperor of China, Chen Chi. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So now we are going to start with the first section that we have, a strange discovery. When we start to read this part or when we start to listen for this part, we find that there were three farmers were digging to find water. They were digging a well. They were digging a deep hole, I mean here, to find water for their crops. While they were digging, what they found a head of terracotta. Okay, a pottery head of a man who stared back at them, as you can see together in the picture. Okay, this was a statue that is made of terracotta. As we said, terracotta is a ceramic material. Do you remember?
Yes.
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 Okay. Okay. When they found this head, what did they do? They broke it. Why? Because they thought that it would bring for them bad luck. So they decided to break it. As we said before, so they are what? Huh? Superstitious. Do you remember?
Yes.
Superstitious people who have a belief of something that it can bring for them bad luck. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So we are going to listen for this part only today, and you are going to highlight for the one that I asked from you to highlight. Just listen
This
please with
two
me.
pages, mister.
This to the pages today. Yes, page 210 and 211. For the one, if you ask about the page number again, I write on the chatting page 210 and 200
210.
and 211. Okay, 211. Okay, to avoid asking about the page number. Now be ready to listen this turn.
A strange discovery. It's just an ordinary day in early spring, or so three farmers think as they trudge across a field in northern China. They are looking for a good place to dig a well. There has been a drought, and they must find water or risk losing their crops later in the year. The farmers choose a spot near a grove.
So if I ask a question here, what were the farmer doing? If you want to answer, raise your hand, please.
What is that?
What were the farmers doing? What were the farmers doing? Yes, Ahmed Muhammad Meher. Yes, Ahmed Muhammad Meher. Huh?
Yes, mister.
What were the farmers doing?
You mean what were the farmers doing?
Yes, what you were doing here?
They were searching for water for their crops.
They were digging what at first? They were
They were
digging
digging
a well to find
a
what?
well to
To
find
find
water
what? To find water. Well
for their
done.
crops.
Yes, well done, Ahmed. Thanks so much. So please highlight with me for this part. I use the highlighter to show you which part that you are going to highlight. Sorry, what is it?
Mister, it's
Okay,
the comment icon.
okay, we
Yes.
can use a pen here. See farmers. Okay, what they were doing, they are looking for what? For a good place to dig a well. Why? As we said, huh? They must find water or risk losing their crops later in the year. Okay, highlight for this part, please. Or underline if you don't have highlight.
The highlighter, mister, is the pen that is pink in the.
Yes, okay. Let's complete listening. What else? Let's listen, please.
Of persimmon trees. Down they dig, 5 feet, 10 feet, Still no water. They decide to keep on digging a little deeper. All of a sudden, one of the farmers feels his shovel strike against something hard. Is it a rock? It's difficult to see at the bottom of the dark hole, so the farmer kneels down for a closer look. No, it isn't a rock. It seems to be clay, and not raw clay, but clay that has been baked and made into something. But what? Now, more carefully, the men dig around the something. Perhaps it is a pot or a vase. However, what slowly reveals itself is the pottery head of a man who stares back at them, open-eyed and amazingly real-looking.
So, my question here, what did the farmers find? Why they were digging? What did the farmers find? Why they were digging? Yes, time.
Okay, mister.
Hmm.
They found a statue of a warrior.
Please can you read from the text itself? Huh? They found what?
Okay.
Huh?
Okay, mister. They found.
Yes.
Okay, mister. They found a pottery head of a man who stared back at them.
Yes. Open eye. Huh? And what?
Open-eyed and amazingly real looking.
So this answers. They found the pottery head of a man who stares back at them. That's enough if you write this point. Okay. Thanks so much, time. Let's complete listening and be ready for any question. Okay.
The farmers have never seen anything like it before. But they do remember stories that some of the old people in
Sorry, master is.
Mister, use the highlight.
I
The
don't know why it doesn't work in this.
it's down.
thing.
You see it down. No.
I don't found. No, it doesn't work.
No, not this.
This
It's
one,
down.
maybe this one, because this is
Yes,
the
but close
this
this
is not
thingy. There is.
sign yourself this one. No. Okay, highlighter here is closed. Okay,
Okay.
because
close.
this is the original PDF file. Okay, but last time I made a copy. Okay, so it was working. Now let's listen for the next page.
their village have told stories of a pottery man found many years ago not far from where they are now. The villagers had been scared that the pottery man would bring bad luck, so they broke it to bits, which were then reburied and forgotten.
So the question here, if you want to answer with me, why did the villagers break the pottery man?
So can I answer? Mahir.
Mahi, okay, Mahi. Huh? But Mahi, you answered
Yes.
before, yes?
Yes.
Okay, can we ask Amr Hussein? Because he didn't answer today. Yes, Amr Hussein.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yes, mister.
Yes, why did the villagers break the pottery man?
Because the villagers had been scared that the pottery man would bring bad luck, so they broke into bits.
They broke it to bits. Yes, well done. So, because they believe or they thought it would bring
Mister,
for
I
them
want.
bad luck. So please highlight for this one. Yes, yes, Amr, what?
خلاص ما في.
Okay, so we can say would it, because they thought it would bring for them bad luck, so they broke it. Okay.
That's the reason.
Yes. Let's complete listening.
The three well diggers are not so superstitious. They report their discovery to a local official. Soon a group of archaeologists arrives to search the area more closely.
Please,
Maybe they will find
mute your mic, please. Okay.
find pieces of a clay body to go with the clay head. In fact, they find much more. During the weeks and months that follow, the archaeologists dig out more pottery men, which are now called by a more dignified term, terracotta figurines. The figurines are soldiers. That much is clear. But they come from a time long ago, when Chinese warriors wore knee-length robes, armor made from small iron
Like
scales, and elaborate
What, Muhammad?
Mr. Like there was like real soldiers, but then when they died, they replaced them with terracotta.
No, don't be hurry. I'll tell you. For Shenji Wang, he had the belief of life after this. Okay, so he asked his workers to create some soldiers that are made of terracotta or that are made of ceramic material. Okay,
Okay.
and put them inside the 4 pits as we saw in the movie. Okay,
Okay.
he divided them and devised the rule of each group of the soldiers.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, my dear, but they aren't real. Why you put them? Because he imagined that they would protect them against enemies, against robbers, against intruders. Okay,
Okay.
so he asked the worker to create them, but they aren't real. They aren't real people. Okay, they are just handmade. Okay, you understand me? What I mean?
Yes, but I'm
Okay.
confused how they make it with the hand.
Yes. Okay. Let's complete listening.
top-knot hairdos. All of the soldiers are life-size or a little bigger and weigh as much as 400 pounds. They stand at attention as if waiting for the charge into battle. The only thing missing is their weapons, and those are found too. Hundreds of real bronze swords, daggers, and battle axes, as well as thousands of scattered arrowheads, all so perfectly made that, after cleaning, their ancient tips are still sharp enough to split a hair.
So as we can see, this is description of the terracotta figurines. He said that the figurines are soldiers that much is clear, but they come from a time long ago when Chinese warriors wore knee-length robes. This is a description, as we can see here. Wore what here? Knee-length.
Or Newlands.
Lens robes. Okay. Armor made from what? From small iron. This is it's called fish scales, as you can see, and the elaborate top knot. This he mean this what he mean by top knot that they wear over their head. Okay, you can choose to the second soldiers. This part, as you can see here. Okay, top knot. Okay, you can see it in the picture. This one.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, for the students who raise their hands. Just wait for me, Muhammad. Yes, Mazen. Mazen, yes. Mazen, I ask you to unmute. Mazen.
Maybe he's in the bathroom.
Mazen? Okay.
Yes, mister, yes.
Yes, you raise your hand. Do you have a question?
Yes, mister.
Yes, what is it?
Voice.
What's your question?
Mister, sorry, I didn't believe that you closed the chat, mister, because I have many questions and you didn't answer me.
Again, my dear.
First, mister, I didn't believe you closed the chat because I have many questions and you didn't answer me.
What's the question that you have? I asked you to open the mic. Yes. What's your question to answer to you?
Okay, mister. I didn't understand, mister, the last part.
Which one?
They report their discovery to a local. I didn't understand.
This one? The 3 well diggers?
Yes.
You mean by the 3 well diggers? You mean by them the 3 farmers are not so what? Superstitious. What does it mean by superstitious? Do you remember? No?
Yes,
To
that
have a belief of that something
afraid
that can
from
bring for
something,
you bad
from
luck.
bring
Yes.
bad luck.
Yes. Okay.
The
So
Mustafa try
what else?
cooking.
They said what? They report their discovery to a local official. They told the other, so most of the people in the village, they know what happened. Okay. Then what happened? Soon after that, you see, soon means after that, a group of archaeologists, what they do arrives. Why? To search the area more closely. Maybe they will find pieces of a clay body to go with the clay head. At first, they found the head, yes?
Yes,
Mazen, Mazen, can you hear
yes,
me?
Mr. Ramazi.
They
Yes,
found the head, yes?
yes.
Then they started to search for what? For the clay body,
The three
okay?
farmers, Mr.
The three
Found the head
farmers, no, yes, the three farmers found the head, but the archaeologists after that, they arrived to search for what? For the body,
label.
okay?
Okay, Mr. Ramazi.
Is it clear now?
Yes,
It said here in fact they find much more during the weeks and months that follow. They found many terracotta. They said here the archaeologists dig out more pottery men, which are now called by a more dignified term, terracotta. This is the name of them. This is the name that they gave for the statue or for the bodies that they found. Terracotta figurines, okay?
okay,
The figurines, they start to describe them are what? Are soldiers. That much is clear, but they come from a time long ago. How do you know? Because as we can see, the color of them changed completely. So as they are, sorry, they know the archaeologists, huh? They know what they are come from where, or they come from what?
and
From a time long ago. Okay. When Chinese warriors wore, they were what they were wearing were what here? They were wearing
knee
knee-length
rope
robe.
armor made
This
from
one,
small
okay,
iron.
that can reach for their what? For their knee. Okay, these robes
Okay,
reach for their knee. Armor made from what? From a small iron. Okay, fish
okay,
scales and elaborate top knot hair dust, as we can see in the picture. Show you through the picture to understand the meaning. This one, as you can see, okay, this is called what here? Top knot. Okay, as we read
What is
here again.
called donut?
Yes, top knot. Okay,
but
here, top knot. The yes, K here silent because it's followed by N. Okay,
Yes,
okay, my
yes,
dear.
yes.
so
Donut
Top knot
reduce.
hair does. Okay, all of the soldiers are what? Are life size or a little bigger. It means that they have the normal size like the other people. Okay,
okay,
and weigh as much as 400 pounds. This their weigh how many? How much? 400 pounds means
what is mean
400
that way?
kilogram.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, like pounds is like kilogram. They stand
400
They
kilograms,
said
Mister.
that
It's a
they
lot.
said their way, not their weight.
what? The weight, yes, the weight. So he said
Oh,
400 pounds here. He means the weight.
Mister, the
Pounds.
normal human is less than that. How they're 400?
Again, my dear,
The normal human is less than that. How they're like this and very
because they
heavy.
were made
This
of what?
water?
metal,
Terracotta, ceramic
metal or
material.
terracotta.
It's a very heavy. It's heavy, yes.
Yes.
So, so they were, as he said, it described the weight of them
Mm,
400 pounds or 400 kilograms. Pounds here, not money. It means here the measurement, okay? Measure of a weight, okay? As
Okay.
used it in the past. Pounds like kilogram, okay? They stand at attention, as we can see together in the picture, okay? And what else? As if waiting for the charge into battle. They are ready for fighting with the other enemies, as we can see here in the picture. Okay, is the meaning of this part. They stand at Attention as if waiting for the charge into pattern. The only thing missing is their what? They don't have what? Weapons.
Weapons.
Yes? And these are found to hundreds of real bronze swords. It starts to describe the weapons. They were, he said, were made from a real bronze sword, daggers, like knives, okay, and battle axes, as well as thousands of scattered arrowheads, also perfectly made that after cleaning, their ancient tips are still sharp enough to split a hair. As you can see, they have a special way for making their hair this way. Okay, this is a part of today. Okay, my dear, I have some
Okay.
question. So if you want to answer, please raise your hand politely. I can open the mic, but I'm afraid to make much noise.
Mister, open the chat only. Open the chat.
Okay, I'll open for the mic for all of you. Okay.
Okay. Mister, if you open the chat,
Sorry, Mom. I'm really sorry, Muhammad. Yes, now the mic is on for all of you. Yes.
yeah.
If you
Yes.
want
Sir,
to answer,
sir, please,
so
sir,
that's what I don't want, Mustafa.
sir,
Raise your hand, please.
I'm raising my hand many times and you
Yes.
don't see.
Okay, Mustafa. Now
Sir,
you can talk.
I'm
Yes.
telling you, I raise my hand many
Okay.
times
Yes.
when you
Okay. You
mute
can
us,
start.
but you don't.
You can start, my dear. You can start. Yes. What do you want, Mustafa?
Yes, sir. Terracotta is it's a ceramic thing.
Ceramic material. Yes. Have
Yes,
you studied the vocabulary of
that's only what I want to ask.
Have you studied the vocabulary that I explained before?
Yeah,
Last week?
yeah. Yesterday,
Okay.
yesterday and last week.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, my dear.
Last week.
Okay, just pay attention with me, please. If you want to answer, all of you, please raise your hand.
Mister, I have a question.
Yes, Ahmed.
It will come a question like, what do Chinese warriors wear? And
Have we
the,
finished,
the answer
Ahmed?
is
Ahmed.
war knee
Have we
length
finished?
robe.
Have we finished the story, my dear?
What?
Have we finished the story?
No.
So please let me finish and we can talk about the question of the exam, okay? Okay, please, because of the time. Don't waste our time,
Don't
please.
spoil the
The
story.
first question that we have, my dear, if you want to answer, raise your hand blindly. I can select and open this. Yes, okay. Please be polite when you, if you want to answer. The first question that we have here about the story. Yes, what is genre of the story? The Imperial Silent Army. Yusuf Muhammad. Yes, Yusuf Sawi, yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
Exhibit story text.
Expository
Explain
text.
what
Yes.
explain what certain things are and how they come
Came.
to be.
How they come to be. Yes, well done. Well done, Yusuf. Sorry, how they came to be. Thanks so much, Yusuf. Question number 2. What is the setting of the story? As we read, we said we hear the name of the country. Which country that we hear? Yes, Ahmed Musanna. Ahmed Musanna. Yes, Kiam, huh?
Northern China.
Northern China. Yes, well done. Northern China.
Mister, I
Another
thought it's only China.
China or Northern China. Okay, it's okay. Okay. Question number 4, number 3. Yes, who can read the question? Muhammad read the question and the Mazim
What
will
were the
answer.
farmers doing
Wait,
when...
Muhammad, you will read the question, Mazim will answer. Yes, Muhammad, huh?
What were the farmers doing when they found the pottery head?
Yes. Mazin?
Yes.
Yes, answer the question.
What were the farmers doing when they found the pottery head?
Yes.
Um,
They were searching for what, or they were doing what? Doing what
Can,
here? What they
Mr.
were
Can I
doing?
answer it?
Who?
Muhyiddin.
Muhyiddin. Okay, Muhyiddin. Huh?
The farmers were searching for a place for digging a water.
They were again. They were what?
They was searching for a place to dig a well for water.
Excellent. They were digging a well for water, or as you said, they were searching to make a well to find water. Thanks so much, Muhyiddin. Yes, Muhammad Amr. Question number 4, Muhammad Amr.
What did the villagers find while they were digging?
Yes.
They found the solidars, the terracotta solidar,
The pottery head or the terracotta
the
solid?
terracotta fissures,
Okay.
or the
What
pottery
subject
head
that
of a man.
Sorry.
What, Mister?
What subject, Mr. Ibrahim?
Science, yes, Mr. Ibrahim. Your voice is low.
Okay, Mr. Ibrahim. Sorry, Mr. Ibrahim. I'll give you the host now.
Your voice is low.
Mr. Ibrahim.
Very low.
Mr. Ibrahim, I give you the host now. Okay.
Okay, Mr. Hamada.
Supposed to finish at 3 Mr. It's still 2 minutes, yes? Still 2 minutes, Muhammad Amr, yes?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes, still
2 minutes.
2 minutes, okay, Mr. Ibrahim. Sorry. So, what did the
Okay.
villagers find while they were digging? They found the pottery head of a man. So, question number 5, Abdullah Tamim.
Sir, can I answer?
Okay, Mustafa after Abdullah.
Okay, Mr. I am here.
Yes.
Why did the villagers break the pottery man? Because they thought that he will make for
They,
them
yes.
superstition.
Or we can say, yes, we are right, Abdullah. Mustafa
Will bring
Muhammad.
bad luck.
Okay, Mustafa Muhammad,
Yes,
I'd
sir.
like to hear your answer,
Yes.
please. Huh?
Because they have a super stitches about
They are,
this
they
this
are
terracotta.
or you can say they were superstitious. Okay,
Yes.
because they what they believe that they would
Yeah,
bring for them
because they
bad,
believe about the bad luck.
yes, that they would bring for them bad luck.
Luck.
As you
Yes.
said,
Mr. my
because they
answer is
believed.
correct.
Yes, my dear. But I'd like to see another answer. Okay, now I give the host for Mr. Ibrahim. Any question for the part of today?
No.
No, Mr.
Okay, my dear. Okay. Easy. Okay, now I give it for Mr. Ibrahim. Sorry, Mr. Ibrahim, for being late.
No problem, Mr. Hamada.
Okay, you are the host now.
شكرا Mr. Hamada.
You're welcome.
Hi, Mr. Ibrahim.
يا شباب.
Hi, Mr.
Mister.
يا شباب, how do you do?
We are
Mister,
fine.
Mister, when is the quiz?